Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dipti Parma. So today we are going to discuss regarding the discharge procedure. So in that, the patient, the family, and medical staff, nursing staff, social worker, dietitian, all work together to coordinate the discharge. Means in the discharge procedure, there are all health personnel which are included. Not only the patient is included into the discharge, but all the staff who are working over there, those all are included in this procedure. Then the doctor plans the discharge with the patient and leaves a written order on the patient chart. Means without the doctor's written order, patient may not leave the hospital. So with the written orders on patient's chart, patient can get discharged from that hospital. Then in the introduction, the patient may have concerns regarding managing own care at home. So when the patient is discharged, so when they are feel that when doctor feels that patient can get this type of care at their home, or they can also do such self care by their own. So if they feel like that, so they can discharge the patient. Then provisions such as home healthcare may be needed as ordered. So whenever patient is discharged, so at that time there are certain home healthcare which are needed, and they that healthcare are advised by the doctor and staff, so they can get better care at home as well. Then assessment needs to be done as to what help the patient will need at home. So after the discharge, there are certain assessment which are done by the health personnel. For example, after the discharge of the patient need to come at the hospital after 2 or 3 weeks. So the doctors and nurse can assess the patient's condition, that whether they are getting a good health care or not. So assessment needs are also done after the discharge. Then discharge planning involves the entire healthcare team. So as we learned before, that discharge planning not involves or not include the patient only. It includes the entire and the whole healthcare team in it. Then definition. So discharge of patient from the hospital means relieving a person from hospital setting and who admitted as an inpatient to that hospitals. Means discharge meaning discharge means that patient is who that patient who is admitted in the hospital, he or she is relieved, or he is she can go at their home, and they can relieve from the treatment which are provided at the hospital. So discharge means a person is relieved from the hospitals. Then what? There are certain types of discharge. So there are mainly 5 types of discharge. First one is a planned discharge, then DAMA or LAMA, then transfer discharge, then abscond or referral discharge. So first one is a planned discharge. So as per the name, planned discharge means the discharge is take place with a planning of doctor or a health personnel. Okay, so without any planning, discharge does not take place in the hospital. So whenever doctor feels or nurse feels that patient can go at home and they can get a good home care there in their home, so they are decided to discharge or to give to relieve that patient from the hospital, and plan a certain discharge, like patient completes the initial or actual management in the hospital, and now he or she need to be under direct supervision of that hospital. Means patient does not need any type of supervision or direct supervision. So at that time, doctor decided to relieve that patient from the hospital, and she planned the discharge. So that can be considered as a planned discharge. Then second one is a DAMA or LAMA, means discharge against medical advice or leave against medical advice. Means patient is discharged from the hospital against the advice of the doctor or a health personnel. For example, patient is admitted in the hospital, and if he or she does not want to continue the treatment in that hospital, so she or he decided to leave that hospital, and at that time doctor denied to them that you cannot go home. So at that time patient say that no, I want to go at home and I can get treatment better than here. So that type of discharge we can consider as a discharge against medical advice or leave against medical advice. Okay, so in that in this type of discharge, there is one consent form which is filled by the patient. So in that the consent form we will see into the next slide. That third one is a transfer discharge, means transfer to other unit or hospital. Means in the transfer discharge, patient is discharged for the transfer purpose. Okay, they cannot go at home, but they can transfer at the one hospital to the another hospital. Then abscond discharge. Abscond discharge means patient is abscond from the hospital, or they leave the hospital without the any information giving at the hospital. Okay, they don't consult or they don't say anything to the health personnel, and they leave without any type of information to the hospital. So that discharge we can consider as a abscond discharge. And fifth one is a referral discharge, means patient referred to the another hospital for the further treatment or further management. Means if that hospital does not have any type of particular facility, so they are referred to their patient to the another hospital, and that type of discharge we can consider as a referral discharge. The next one is a consent for DAMA. So as I said that in the DAMA discharge, patient should be fill a one form. So in that they are mentioning that patient is informing about their condition, and if any condition will be critical, so hospital staff is not responsible for any types of complication, and in that patient or their relative should be shine, or they can get discharge after this. Then discharge planning. So how we plan the discharge. So nurses play an important role in discharge planning in the hospital. So the main important role is played by the nurse. Then continuity of care is important. Means if doctor plan to discharge the patient, so it does not mean that we terminate the treatment or we terminate our care, but we should continue our care till the patient is discharged from the hospital. Then to achieve continuity of care, nurses use critical thinking skill and apply the nursing process. So if anyone wants to continue the care, so at that time they should use a critical thinking. Okay, they not need to be normal, they should use a critical thinking skill and apply the nursing process. Means they should apply the certain steps like evaluation, assessment, then planning, implementation or evaluation. These four steps should be implemented in the discharge planning. Then discharge planning is a centralized, coordinated and interdisciplinary process. Means it is a centralized, then coordinated means it is coordinated by the doctors, nurse and other health personnel, or interdisciplinary process. Then essential of planned discharge, means what we should need when we are going for the planned discharge. So in that, first of all, it needs the written order by the doctor. So doctor should be give a written order, and after that patient can get or can go for a discharge. Without the doctor order, patient should not take or should not go at home. Then discharge card. So discharge card is also important element into the discharge or planned discharge. So in the discharge card, there are certain details are included. For example, patient's name, then age or what conditions are present conditions, then past condition, what medication and treatment are going on. Okay, so these all things or this all the mandatory details are mentioned in this card. Then informing other departments. So after the discharge of the patient, so the nurse or the other staff should be informed about the patient discharge, so they can also terminate their services to that patient. Then check payment of the bill. So this is the also important thing which we should check before the discharge. So they pay, we have to check that whether they pay their bill or not. Then hospital glossaries taken back. Then the valuables which are given by the hospital, so they can get back, and then after they can plan the discharge. Then returning of the hospital belongings, the belongings like bed or bed sheet or cushions, those all things should be returned back. Then arrangement for transport. Then after hospital should be arranged a transport facility for that patient, because if patient can able to go by their own, so they can walk or they can go. But if they are not able or they are not willing to go by their own, then that is a responsibility of hospital to arrange a transport for them. And last one is the documentation. So this is the most important thing which we should kept in mind whenever we are planning for discharge. So that documentation should be adequate, and all things we should be maintain or mention in the record of the patient. Then next one is a steps involved in the discharge planning. So there are certain steps which are involved into the planning of discharge. The first one is a evaluation. So evaluation of the patient by qualified personnel. Okay, so the what we should do, so evaluate the patient condition. Okay, patient condition should be evaluated by the doctors only. Okay, not any other non-qualified staff should be evaluate the patient condition when they are discharged from the hospital. Then discussion with the patient or his relatives. So whenever we are planning for discharge or we are going for discharge, so we should discuss regarding the patient discharge to the patient or his relatives. Then planning for homecoming or transfer to other place. So whenever we are doing the discharge procedure, so at that time we also plan for transferring the patient to the other place. Then determining if caregiver training or for other support. So whenever we are planning for discharge, so at that time we have also determined the training which are given by the caregiver or the support which are provided by the other staff. Then referral services. So in that we have to refer to home care agency or appropriate support. So whenever we are planning for research, so we also kept the referral services in our mind. Then arranging for follow-up appointments or tests. So when we are going to discharge any patient, so at that time we also inform them about the follow-up appointments or the further test. Then last one is a nursing responsibility in the discharge procedure. So in that preparation for discharge, So planning in then plan for rehabilitation and follow-up meal, then teach nursing procedure to be continued at home and get its practice done. So what we are doing when what are the responsibility of nurse when in the discharge? So first of all, uh, she should be prepared for the discharge. So first of all, she should do the planning in the beginning, then plan for rehabilitation and follow-up need. So if there is any rehabilitation care is needed, so she should be planned for that, and she also advise the patient regarding the follow-up care, then teach nursing procedure to be continued. So there are certain procedures which are um, teach to them or teach to the relatives of the patient, so they can also do that procedure at their home. Then arrangement for transport, this is also the responsibility of nurse. Then during discharge procedure, so whenever patient is discharged, so at that time what are the responsibility of the nurse? So first one is a see doctor's written order. So without doctor's order, as I said, that we cannot discharge the patient, or we cannot relieve the patient from the hospital. So first of all, nurse should check the doctor's written orders, then explanation, or nurse should also explain the patient or the relatives, then hand over personal belongings. Then the belongings at the time of admission, they are given to the hospital, that all belongings should be hand over to the patient or the relatives. Then check and receive any hospital property. Okay, nurse should assess that any hospital property is remaining. Okay, any hospital property or any hospital belonging is with patient or not. So if there is any belonging is remain with patient, so she should receive it. Then confirm bill paid, that nurse should check that that bill is paid or not. Then inform other departments regarding discharge. Okay, nurse should give information regarding the discharge of the patient to the another departments. Then arrange transport and the DAMA. Okay, DAMA means if any patient is going for DAMA, so nurse should check the consent form, whether there is a consent form fill or not, or if they are not fill the consent form, then that is nurse responsibility to fill it. Then nurse responsibility in a discharge. So after discharge, what should be done by the nurse? So first of all, she should be keep record of that all details. Okay, first of all, from the time of admission to time of discharge, what the treatment, which physician is take care of the patient, which staff are see over that patient, or who is who do the care of that patient, that all the records should be kept in the one register. Then care of the patient room and articles. So after the discharge, nurse that is nurse responsibility to care or clean that room and all the articles. Then nurse's responsibility in medical legal cases discharge. So in that, check for medical legal history. So whenever any patient with medical legal cases and they are discharging, so nurses should check the history of that, then notify medical officer in charge. Then after she should inform first the officer of that hospital. Then abscond cases, immediately contact medical officer in charge. And if there is any cases of abscond, okay, if any patient is leave hospital without any information, so nurses should consult the medical officer, then maintain all documents in a proper manner. Then after, she should maintain or kept all the records and reports in the proper or complete manner. Then take in written handing over and taking of articles. Okay, she should be all the articles and all the belongings should be handing over to the patient. Then never discharge patient without written order by physician, and she should assure that that is a order of the physician. If there is not order of physician, she should not discharge any of the patient. So checklist, in that we should kept in mind the short form of method. So first of all, checklist. So what we should check after the time of, at the time of discharge. So first of all, medication. Then E means environment. T means treatment. We should check. Then health teaching. Then outpatient referral. Or last one is a diet. This all thing we should kept in our mind whenever we are discharging any patient. Thank you.